research them through is pedophilia comes up all the time, and Satanism, blood-drinking human sacrifice ceremonies. And these two are fundamentally connected. If you look at the way that human society is structured, it is actually structured to produce that energy. When something keeps happening, the question needs to be asked, why? What is it about these people that they want to have sex with children? What they're doing, pedophiles, is acting as a conduit, and through the pedophile, in the course of having sex with children, the possessing entity is drawing that energy out. The ancients talked about this. Sacrifice of young virgins to the gods. Young virgins was code for children, and they are vampiring off that energy field, because it seems very, very strongly that they want the energy of children before puberty, because at puberty there is a chemical change, quite obviously a chemical hormonal change at puberty, that's what it is, that changes the energy field and makes it less, if you like, desirable for them. It's less than the pure essence that they're looking for. And so they possess these pedophile entities. The possession triggers the lust for children, and then in the act of the horrific act of sex with children, they're drawing off that energy. And so you get pedophilia and Satanism, human sacrifice, blood-drinking ceremonies, animal sacrifice, etc., in a fantastically greater ratio among the upper echelons of society than you do in the general population. Because in the end, we see the physical. They're always looking at the energetic. And it's all energy in the end, and the manipulation of energy, and the vampiring and absorption of energy. It is the initiates proving that their allegiance is to the cult, to make sure that the person is willing to do anything that the cult, the control system at that level says they must do. And sacrificing your firstborn is, well, if you'll do that, you'll do anything.
First, understand, people need to realize that what they're inside of is not a physical reality. And because most people believe it's a physical reality, they don't actually operate the supercomputer. They get operated by the supercomputer. They get operated on by the supercomputer. So this intelligence that we're inside of, which is known as Saturn's cube, okay, the cube of Saturn, the cube of Enlil, the black cube, this quantum computer, the D-Wave, right? This thing that we are inside of, which is made out of energetic code, which is made out of frequencies, is the supercomputer matrix intelligence. Now, you may say, oh, does this mean that it is evil? It's nefarious? Well, it's being controlled by evil. It's being manipulated by evil. It's being hacked. It's not meant to be this way. It's meant to be in a completely different frequency. It's not meant to be a prison. So this AI supercomputer, how can you tell that you're in a supercomputer? Because that's a pretty bold claim to say, oh, we're inside of a computer system, right? The best way to understand this is to recognize the patterns that take place. Okay, when you recognize the patterns, the repetitive cycles, the glitches, the frequencies that are operating, when you understand that you are a frequency being and that you have the ability to change your reality with your mind, you know, maybe you start to change the weather. Maybe when you're happy, the weather starts to reflect that. When you're angry, it starts to reflect that. Okay, or all kinds of things, manifestation, any sort of psychic ability or supernatural ability or extrasensory ability, which is completely normal, by the way. That is proof in of itself that we're inside of a simulation. Because if we were not inside of a simulation, it wouldn't be possible to use your mind to move energy. You wouldn't be able to feel or have intuitions. If we were really in a physical reality, none of that stuff would exist. But because it's more etherical, because it's more digital, and there's actually nodes and signals that are transmitting and transforming back and forth from one person to another and into this collective field, which is known as the quantum field,